Well, greetings, I'm back. Now I'll go take a look at the idiot sites. And I'm not going to type anything, I'll just talk to the camera for a bit and then move on. Um, there's a lot of stuff I want to read, but I don't want to sully it with this. This is my transmission to the idiots today. Let's close some shit. We don't need that. We don't need that. Britney Spears' father was suspended from his conservatorship today, effective immediately. Something's going on with Debbie Jackson, but she's not saying what. This is one of those moods where she's praying in public for the dollar sign, the hashtag dollar sign percent, dollar sign ing serenity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fucking serenity that she won't say out loud. Oh, I get on her every now and then about it. Kathy Williams used to tease her a little bit. I don't know what happened to her. She went off the deep end, and her kids are with their father now. I have no idea what happened. They split up, and kids went with him. Um, she cut me off, and then I tried to make amends through the husband, and then he contacted me and said, "No, she's out of it." But there are a few other people that try to tell him, "Look, just let it go. It's okay to say fucking shit and hell and damn and things like that." I don't like to say God and damn in the same breath because of cursing and inviting God to damn me with something. I don't want to be anywhere near anybody who's saying it in case God decides to punish them while I'm too close. Might get caught in some collateral damage. So these people laugh, but the way it was taught to me was, our rabbi encouraged us to look at it that way. That here was God was the commander of a spaceship, um, and you can see it easily in all the myths of the world. When what do you think a flying chariot is? Come on, or the pillar of fire. Fucking laser, photon torpedo, or something like that. So let's go take a look and see what let's make sure this has got sound. Yeah, oh good. I forgot. Sometimes it can't find the microphone. I have a conversation going with one of the admins at Kiwi Farms. Let's see if he's responded. Yeah, let's see if he did it. I was hoping not to. Yeah, I can't go very long. My face is in bad shape today. I'm really badly. I need to I need to paint this with some tea tree oil. It's hurting, and it's dry. That was a dry cough because it's hurting so bad. Right there is where the problem is for the cough, and the glands are down here, and the bacteria enter through there, go that way, and that's and then the rest of it's going out into my sinuses and throat. Yeah. Uh, I got the old bill taken care of and can make an appointment as soon as I get the letter of necessity redone. Um, the procedure can't be billed on the insurance as a dental procedure. It has to be medical. So here's Ride's response, with which I think he's I think he's just jerking my chain here. I think it's a good start so far. I touch more on how your history with dogs and how you don't do anything sexual with them, as you know that will come up in people's comments. I'd include stuff about your health. You've mentioned that your doctors are saying that you're in good health, so you can probably disprove the claims saying otherwise. I'm not going to post anything. Fuck these people. I don't care if they doubt me. More people believe what I say and appreciate me for saying it. And I'll read some of that until my face can't handle it anymore. I noticed that you were showing a cop some of the recent troll content. Have you always been friendly with them? Yes. Since I was a child, the captain of the Pacific Division. When I was on the road, I either was the only, I had to be friendly with them when I was alone doing something. And I was part of a team at events that worked with them for security all those years. And yeah, I've been on neighborhood watch all my life. I'm not a heroin addict, as Diesel is trying to say. And yeah, my policy is, you know, I've stood in between the cops and family chemists, and I've taken falls for the family a couple of times. Um, but well, if someone's getting hurt, I'm going to say something to the cops quick. You know, if there's hard drugs and needles and theft and stuff like that, you know, I mean, it's just somebody swinging weed and not hurting anybody, or LSD and not hurting anybody. I'm not going to turn them in, but people are hurt, you know, dope dealers are hurting people. The guy ripped off my friend. I mean, I haven't said anything about it online because it's so dangerous to say something, but he got busted because of something I said quickly, because of what he was doing in the moment. And that's all I want to say about that, because assholes are listening to this and are going to say something to others. Oh, I'm going to tell the Cholas to snitch and yada, 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 yada. My next door neighbor's son just got out of prison, like last year, after 30 or something like that down, for killing somebody in self-defense, or possibly in the defense of others. I never asked him for the details. It was just one of those things where he had to kill this person. I didn't ask him why. I just understood that that person needed to die in that moment, and he took the fall. And now he's out of jail, and he likes me, mainly because you know, one day his father got stuck in the door because everybody abandoned him, and he was too drunk to get from his chair to his couch. I helped him get unstuck from the door into the couch. So Ray and I made friends that day, and they like me. You know, they understand me. They understand that I'm a woman with a penis. I'm a lady to them. They treat me like a lady. It's cool. I'm a crusty lady. You know, I'm no less feminine than most women I run into. I mean, really, you know, the standards these people are trying to hold me to are ones that just are unreal for most women. So, and you know, I know some real classy ladies that say fucking shit a lot, a whole lot, more than me. And I got two really good. Well, I got one extremely close friend, and another one who's not, you know, she's more of an acquaintance, that are hardcore scooter tramps that don't ride back seat. They ride their own hogs. Rose, her birthday was the other day, and they had a big party for her down at the pub because she had been running with a very highly respected motorcycle club that does a lot of community action shit. And she's been riding with them for a few months, and so they had a big birthday party for her. She got fucking hammered. And it wasn't the first time she did it. Somebody took her home, and they locked up her bike in the pub, and then somebody had to come and get her when she sobered up in the morning. So anyway, back to this. You know, looking at the thread title, is it true you eat trash? Was the first wave incel line something you came up with on your own, or was it set by the trolls? Right, on that one, that's troll. I'm a voluntary celibate. When I was young, I had a squeeze in high school who we just squeezed, swapped a lot of spit, and played with each other's bits. I got laid when I was 17 for the first time. I never had trouble having, you know, a female companion. I lived in with a woman in the year after I got out of college. Then okay, so out of college, down in college, I was stooping somebody in the rabbi's extra apartment, and got some from one of the girls in the marine biology program. And after college in Dallas, when I was working at Aquarium Place, there was a former pole dancer that was working there, and she liked me, and like I tried to picture rows and rows and rows of fish tanks, and we'd pack out the orders and then clean the tanks. So she's like, was always, I mean, it was a few days where it took her to get me to realize that this girl was waving her ass in my face. I'm working on a tank, and she'd start working on a tank a couple of rows down and be wiggling her butt so I could see it through the bottom. So, and she totally, that was the best relationship I ever had with a woman. She liked to suck dick, and she liked to fuck, and she liked to, sit down together and have a cozy meal and watch her fish, and then, have sex all night. And like, she wanted, no, absolutely don't even try to tell me you're in love with me. We're just fuck buddies. We're fuck buddies, and she's a really good fuck buddy. I made the mistake of having sex with one of my women I worked with in the lab. That got ugly. That was a mistake. Then on Venice Beach, boy, the young hippie chicks. But what happened was the AIDS epidemic hit, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I was with an elder rainbow guy that picked up a sister in the brig, and we were gonna have, I was gonna get sloppy seconds. But then while I was in there, I'm thinking, well, shit, dude's got herpes sores all over his dick. I'm not going there. So I left. And then the Megan thing happened with Sabrina, and I had an encounter with a hermaphrodite. That just the whole, some of the pictures. I mean, I had to jump out of a moving car on Laurel Canyon Drive because a coke freak was beating me up, and he's punching me. His wife is sitting in between us, and he's punching me across her, hitting her in the face with his forearm every time he hit me. And the guy that was driving the car wouldn't pull over. I'm wearing roller skates, and we're going uphill on Laurel Canyon Drive. Perfect movie stunt. Rolled down to the bottom of the hill, got back down to Venice. That's a whole different movie I don't even want to talk about. It ended with him trying to break the door down of the place where the guys I was like hanging out with were standing, and I'm standing behind the door telling him, man, if you come through that door, there's a fucking cock shotgun. It's pointing right at where your head's gonna be. So he got the message and went around the corner to in the basement apartment where there's Rolling Stone cover band that was when I just totally trashed everything, beat them up, trashed their equipment. Because he was Jones and you couldn't get any coke, so he was beating people up. So just the sum total of all that in 1984 through 83, it was like, okay, I'm done. No sex. And in 1990, I guess it was 1990, spring of 1990, I was in Chicago hanging out with the Rainbows and my former partner who had a basement apartment on Berry Avenue, and Rainbows had this thing going in the mansion, and there was potluck at the totem pole at the north end of Belmont Harbor, at the picnic there, and there was his sister sitting off to the side on a blanket, looking all sad. And I told her to smile, and I don't want to tell the story. The girl was so, she's so frigid from sexual abuse that started when she was very young. That by the time she got to me, and I'm treating her right, she's too frigid, she can't even get herself off. And that's really all I want to talk about. It was a very painful time in my life, where I was trying to come out at the end. She had been broken up, and then she showed up again, and I don't want to go into detail about that. Um, so here it is, 1994, and by that time, I've been trying to come out since 1985, and I'm not really, I'll read about it later, at some point. I wrote about it in one of the groups. I'm not transitioning. I lived in my head all my life. And I just, I pretended. So it's a matter of like finding myself and bringing myself to the surface of my being. That's all I did. I shaved off the beard and stopped pretending to be a cis man. So I have gotten laid, and I've had some pretty shitty experience with cis men. I was laid by a trans guy, had some real loser trans guys try, and I'm not an incel. I'm just not getting any right now, and I'm not really trying. That's just nonsense. They sexualize everything about my life, and I'm really a pretty asexual person, and strictly demisexual. You got to turn me on up top before you turn me on down there, because I'm constantly trying to having to beat it senseless so that it doesn't bother my thought processes. So I don't want to have sex with everything I see. I'm not that kind of person. I've got a near priapistic penis that I had to beat senseless when I was a child, a teenager. And it's not heavy sex fantasies or anything like that. I'm looking at pictures of women of various ages from about somehow they're at least 14. They're well on their way into puberty by the girls that I look at Instagram or anywhere else, and I have double reason. I have other reasons for following young transgender girls on Instagram, because I'm like writing about the whole community. I followed a lot of these children from their childhood. I've been following Kim Petras' story since it broke. Jazz, all of them. A lot of these young people. Tammy Matthews, and I forget her name, Samantha something or other, who was the Trans Youth Channel. These are people that gave me the courage to say, okay, fuck this, I'm coming out. I'm not lusting after anybody. When I masturbate, I'm like, that's for my mental health. I'm not satisfying a sexual urge. I'm trying to clear my mind so that I can go to sleep. What else can I say about that? I don't want to be talking about things like that. So I don't want to address this shit. Oh yeah, also, what's the deal with the dead YouTuber they keep trying to tie you with? I have said this repeatedly. Repeatedly, I've told this story. I don't want to have to continue to do it. Look it up, man. All of these things have been refuted, and that's why I'm insisting that you do what I ask. That you pin that video with a statement that all these claims in the thread are untrue. Or, when I do get around to filing, I'm going to stuff your own toss and your own operating policies right down your throat for allowing it to happen. That's where my head's at. So that's enough of that. So what I said back at him was, did you pin the video with a statement by management? I think you're baiting me into giving these demented deviants the milk they crave. I've stated the facts about these things repeatedly here and in my blog. Let them ask me questions. I'm not playing into that shit. I have a business and political agenda. These people are infantile imbeciles living in a cartoon world, LARPing me, that's live area role-playing, live action role-playing me into their games without my consent, causing me great harm in many ways. Let the morons go on calling me a trash-eating pedophile dog fucker. I have no fucks left to give about their false witness, and no need to justify myself to people like that. So there. Fuck you all. You're playing me. You're either going to do what I ask, or you're playing me and I'm filing criminal complaint against you and your business. Oh, here's somebody who agreed with me. What's this? This isn't agreed. Oh, they like that. This last photo you saved, which was the picture of the bat with the RT story breaking the documents about the COVID. Somebody mentioned me in a post. Okay, this is the Tom hangs out with the fuzz and officer collects that evidence the end is near. I've already been through this. Let's see how they... Okay, here's Black Boots saying Stockholm Syndrome isn't real. I don't care, one way or the other. What these boys are doing with these transgender people is very real. They're mentally conditioning them to act on these talking points keep coming up everywhere. How is that happening? Well, that's happening because they're brainwashing these people. I would think a hippie in the know about the bullshit authority and people in positions of power pull would know that it was just made up by the fuckwit police psychologists that fucked up and failed to negotiate in order to dismiss the women who called out the cops and his reckless behavior and asking them to die or get shot so they could live up to urban male fantasies. Well, that's that one, but there's also things like Patty Hearst, which conform with the theory. I know I'm not a hostage. I know I'm here voluntarily, but I'm being attacked everywhere on the web, motherfucker. I'm going to tear it out at the source. You know how that is? And here's Laura. I'm not going to sue you, you dumb bitch. Because I haven't listened to her gatekeeping of me. For a reason, you dumbass motherfucker. It's going to play in front of the judge the first time I hear it. Stupid twit. I didn't even listen to what you said I'm going to sue you for libel over, dipshit. I'm not going to sue you for libel, you dumbass motherfucker. I'm filing criminal charges against you for incitement. You should have watched the whole video with that cop in all seriousness. I didn't have to watch the whole video of the cop. He was standing over my shoulder the whole time. But we both know you're afraid of what cops witnessing your own disgusting confessions. Be prepared to explain what you did to Sabrina and that dog in court, because obviously if you really try to sue me, I'm going to countersue and you will have to answer to all this shit you talk about doing out in the open to the public online. I hope the judge bars you from talking about kids online. You won't be able to lie about parental consent. You are one stupid fucking twit. I'm coming after you with criminal charges. I'll be suing the hosts that allow it, you dumbass fucking idiot. You program fucking twerp. That's all you are, little boy, is a program twerp that thinks he's a woman and is asserting you will always be male. You cannot change that, and you don't act like a female. You're a guy who's grown some tits. And you're gatekeeping people totally in a manner that's contrary to the standards of behavior and etiquette that have prevailed in the rainbow community among the local organizers and global advocates longer than you've been alive. And that's all I got to say. You're insane, and you're making me nuts. You're getting me angry. So here's somebody who's trying, Pascal Rem Dakin. Cool, man, or girl, or whatever. I disagree, Tommy Jane Wasserberg. There's some anime that is very thought-provoking and doesn't rot the mind. If I may recommend some, I would say Death Note, Cowboy Bebop, and Neon Genesis Evangelion, and the first season of Ghost in the Shell are good starters. I have absolutely no interest or time in any of that, but I'm happy to hear that there is anime that's, you know, got some redeeming social value. You know, I highly recommend the Gundam series, and especially the Universal Century, as it tackles huge issues about conflict in the future that's ongoing right now here in the 2020s that was predicted in the 70s when it was made based on the ongoing conflict with the Soviet Union in the Cold War. It has themes like geopolitics, the right to self-determination, adolescents growing up, participating in the World War itself, and the failure of diplomacy. That's interesting enough that I'll go and take a look at that. Thank you. There's here's Space Cooter. This is one of those amateur psychiatrists. This is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Like, just ended, Tom. You might as well. That's telling me to commit suicide, which is illegal and prosecutable. That's criminal behavior. You're calling the police, threatening lawsuits, and picking fights for what reason? Just so you can have someone to talk to? Are you kidding? It's only going to get worse from here for you, my man. You're utterly alone, and you're such a miserable cunt, you actually have a better chance of having Sneasel drawn and quartered than of making any new friends. I also suspect you're lingering as delusional. You're quite lucid during this video and others where you pretend to be manic. This is such a horrific waste of scant mental health resources. You're such a fucking horrific waste of oxygen and bandwidth. I don't even want to respond to that. And here's another idiot. He can't because he's a coward, and I'm kind of glad after watching this for one reason. He's anti-medicine and has a tumor in his throat. Untrue. I don't know how familiar any of you are with cancer, but cancer of the throat from smoking is generally pretty aggressive and very good at metastasizing as the abundance of... Yeah, well, good luck. Good luck, man. I don't. I have a... There's no cancer here. There's inflamed glands. Lymph nodes are inflamed all the time because there's an open port of entry in my gum. That's going to be dealt with soon. I'm dealing with the smoking also. So the world looks a lot better with your head, you know, I mean, totally different when you pull your head out your ass, boys. That's not, and as far as needing attention, these guys are, they're talking about needing attention. I'm going to scroll through this shit. I'm not even going to scroll through this shit. Discombobulate. I've been showering every morning, most every morning for quite some time now. And by the time I get in front of the camera, I've gotten dirty for some reason or another because I have a real life instead of spending it in a fucking gaming chair talking shit about people. And this is getting too my throat's getting too fucked up to be talking much more. But there's no tumor here. There's no tumor here. The doctor who examined me saw some obstruction in my throat from the swelling and was concerned about that. But the swelling is because of there's no tumor. You know, I mean, you people are wishing me dead. That's a really, really despicable mental dysfunction to be wishing somebody else dead. What the fuck is wrong with you children? I'm done here. My face hurts too much. People that you don't think exist are looking to talk to me about things. What are we looking for? They're just liking stuff. There's somebody who needed to talk to me. Yeah, here's the last, you know, we're here. I'll read this. This should give you an idea of the kind of people that I hang out with. This guy's a Wiccan who weighs over almost 400 pounds, and he's been losing weight consistently for the last few years since he was more. I mean, I don't know what he's down to now. He was more, but he had an internet romance with somebody in Texas, and they hooked up a few years ago, and both of their lives have been going real well since. So here's and since he's a Wiccan, of course, Halloween is like his Christmas. And today he posted visions of plump, juicy turkey baked to perfection dancing around in my head. Lol, lol. And I asked him, finished with your pumpkin spice latte already? Because he starts talking about Halloween at about the end of June. I'm a regular decaf guy. I'll scarf a pumpkin donut once in a while. And I never understood decaf, especially people who drink it black. What's the point of drinking something so bitter if not for the drug? And he said, caffeine's something I must stay away from for everyone's sanity. So I'm more concerned about my own. I don't do caffeinated soda either. I'm way too manic as it is. I roll out of bed wide awake, ready to pee. I'm trying to get into the habit of going straight to the shower from there, but I don't like to shower in the morning when I'm going out later because I'll be smelly and dirty again by then. And I dig. I need a zero entry shower. Working on that. But that manic situation is me all over the place also. No soda, very little chocolate also. Just forget about it. I only need to worry about caffeine and meth. I have an allergy alert on the meth in my medical file. Sugar doesn't amp me up. So he apparently was strung out on meth for a while. I hope meth never becomes an issue again. Always something lurking in the background. My former partner pretty much blew his heart out from meth and obesity. He was a meth head, but he was fat because he ate a lot of Zuzus and Wham Whams all the time. Weed saved me from hard drugs and alcohol. I've never been strung out on anything, not even weed, even if I have to go without for a while. Nicotine is the only thing that makes me Jones. If I don't get enough pot, the patient reservoir runs dry and my tolerance bucket too easily. I did a snootful of meth once and it didn't come down for a week. I'd never touch it again. And he said, I'm drug free and will accept. I'm drug free except what's prescribed. Maybe a couple of Tylenols a day. I don't even do that much. I'm not anti-medicine. I'm opposed to synthetic medicine. I'm very much actively promoting natural wellness maintenance by proper diet and nutrition where you don't need any of that shit. I have for a long time. I'm not anti-medicine. I just think that there's a lot of things that modern medicine, the healthcare for profit industry is not doing people any good. They're killing people slowly so that they can suck them dry. And my friend, they're coming after her house because of unpaid medical bills that shouldn't even exist. Because her insurance was not right. And because her insurance wasn't right, her insurance wasn't right because she didn't have enough costs on her retirement benefits, and she was a few $100s over because she wasn't paying any mortgage or rent. So now that she's dead, they're gonna come and steal the house from her daughter. That's what I'm opposed to. Some of the procedures are good. They fix my wrist. They fix me up when I get broken. I'm very much for that. They took care of me. They hurt me pretty bad when I got shot, but they put me back together instead of letting me bleed to death. Boy, the guy that put my face back together did a really fine job. Except over time, the plate broke out through my gum. That's where he had it put. He didn't. I don't know. I haven't really studied the. But anyway, you people are full of shit. Now the YouTuber, I didn't hound that woman at all. She killed herself months, maybe even over a year after my last contact with her. How the fuck do I have anything to do with that? She did something for me that I didn't like, and when I told her I didn't like it, she went ballistic. And I made a bits video. She made a bits video. I made another bits video. She made another bits video, and that was the end of it. So fuck you. Might not even be a second bits video. I just, that's all it was, she did something I didn't like, and then she went ballistic when I said, when I asked her to do, when I asked her to do something different. So nah, fuck you, and she was nuts to begin with, obviously, or she wouldn't have killed herself a year later. And I really think I need to cut this off because my mouth hurts too much. But anyway, that's where it's at, Ride. You're gonna do this one the way I'm asking you to. You're gonna post that video for me, and you're gonna give a statement from management declaring all that crap in the forum that I'm being accused of to be pure fucking fan fiction. If you fail to do that, you'll be listed among. I mean, you're a Laucom. I'm coming after the Laucom. I'm going after A and B criminally, not civil. I'm filing criminal charges against these people. I'm not filing civil charges against that twit. I'm not filing civil charges against millennial turkeys or Sneasel. These are criminal charges. I have proof of computer intrusion. The harassment is obvious as a fucking heart attack. The harboring of the shit at Facebook and Twitter and the rest of the places is obvious as a fucking heart attack. I've got a good case, and I'm offering you a way out of being exposed criminally, where I'll just go after the criminals who are exploiting your platform, which is actually delivering what you claim to be delivering. And one of the things you claim to be delivering is no lying about the targeted people. Okay? I'm sorry. These people are lying about me. Management of Kiwi Farms needs to do. I'm not going to sue. I'm making a criminal complaint. I want that understood. I'm not suing any individuals for anything except maybe Addie Chloré. The three of them. But anybody beyond that, I'm making a criminal complaint. I want you to understand that real fucking clear. And I don't know what you think you saw in that video. I should go probably watch it and see what the fuck you idiots were misinterpreting about the way the cop was reacting. But he was taking it all in and being real positive. I mean, they were ridiculing something about, he was the one that he made mention of the Stolens himself, and and they're ridiculing. I don't know. These people just have to ridicule me because that's the way they're programmed. They've been told that I'm an awful, dangerous sexual predator that needs to be interdicted. That the children and dogs anywhere near me have to be protected from me, and that's just pure, unadulterated fucking poison that is being fed to you by professional cyber terrorists. And if you don't believe that, I don't give a fuck. Happy day. Thanks for watching. Bye.